City of stars, are you shining just for me?
I start as early as possible. It's particularly important on a musical like this, where you have to have music figured out before the movie shoots. And it always starts with me sitting at the piano, searching for melodies. We really care a lot about the melodic material and having some sort of thematic material that will stick with people. So I want those themes to kind of be really tailored for what the movie is emotionally and narratively, and I want the time to be able to come up with the ones that are properly tailored for the movie. And there's the whole, obviously, what a film composer really does is after the movie's been shot, you're scoring to the picture, you're looking at the picture, you're looking at the scenes, and you're writing music that is responding to what you're seeing and responding to the drama and the colors and the acting and the design of it all. You know, in the case of La La Land, I had an office next to the editing room where I scored it for about 8 months, which is unusual. Normally a film composer doesn't come in until later in the post-production process, but I was there for the whole post just to keep tailoring the music to the picture as the picture evolved. So yeah, there's just a really close collaboration to try to get the music and the movie to work in sync.
How are you going to be a revolutionary if you're such a traditionalist? You're holding on to the past, but jazz is about the future.
Sebastian's a real traditionalist, and then Keith pulls him into this different world of music. He gets Sebastian on board for this band that becomes increasingly modern and increasingly more electronic and pop-oriented, I guess. There was really just one specific song, the Start a Fire song. There was a totally different directive behind composing that song. It was really just, let's find a piece of music that can support an increasingly electronic sort of soundscape as it goes on. The instruments we used in the Start a Fire scenes were really conscious decisions. In the case of the Rolly Seaboard, there was an executive music producer on the movie who was familiar with that instrument. So he suggested we use it, and we hooked up with the Rolly people, and they provided us with that cool keyboard. And then our production designer actually lit it with some lights around the edge of it just to make it look even more futuristic and cool. As a listener, I've always listened to older stuff more than newer stuff, but I do completely agree with the point John Legend's character makes in that scene about how things need to keep moving forward. I think that's very important. I think that was part of Damien's goal with this movie too, is the movie's obviously inspired by older movies, older musicals, a genre that is more associated with the past, but Damien was making something that feels modern, that feels contemporary, that feels fresh, that's very much its own take on that genre. So that was kind of a large, big picture goal with the movie itself, is I think create something that is pushing musicals forward in some way. So I'm all for things evolving. I think I'm more progressive than Seb. Yeah, I like, honestly, like what's on the radio in my car when I'm driving is top 40. But there's amazing stuff happening now in every genre, including pop. And yeah, I'm definitely not like a old-fashioned, you know, purist, like who thinks that all the best music happened decades ago. Not at all.